Nice defense by Bellis. Ball's on the floor, and it's going to be tied up, jump ball. The Ponies with the possession arrow. So 5:32 left here in the first period. The score's 5-4. There's a deep three by Hicks, and that's good. You got off the mic a while ago, Jacob. I was telling him I believe that we put up 15 three-pointers against Eufaula
last week.
Yeah, so. And here we are tonight with already 3 here in the first 3 minutes of this game. So that's a good sign because we were really pretty hot with our threes before. Hicks trying to find something inside. So back out to Bellis. There's Norris inside. Norris with the running jumper, and that's going to be good. So Kellyville building on their lead a little bit here, 10-4 with 4:26 left in the first. Bellis with the defense, but Jones able to put it up, get his own rebound, and put it back. And Bunch is in the game for the Ponies. Here's come Ayers. Right down the lane for 2. Eufaula takes a timeout as we have 3:59 left here in the first, and the Ponies are up by 6. Jacob, you don't be shy. I'm trying to. It's been about 2 weeks since I've had to take stats, so
well,
it's amazing how quickly you lose a skill when you don't use it.
I'm trying to keep our stream up and running. We've had problems with YouTube the past 3 days. We don't know what's going on.
Well,
we may actually have to switch this stream over to Facebook. I don't know.
Well,
we'll just upload it back here.
I know the school has been having internet problems, but
yeah, and we can't even connect to our own KB Verizon Wi-Fi. We have to connect to IT.
And that's Deere going in for the layup. He's going to be fouled. And that's Crabtree with the foul for the Ponies. And Deere's first attempt is good. And his second is also good. So Mosby, Bunch, and Crabtree, Hicks, and Ayers for your Ponies. As Coach Heath is. And we had them beat on the fly, but just a little strong on the pass and went out of bounds. So. And there's Hicks. Mosby. And then Deere's going to come and tie it up, so jump ball, Eufaula. Ayers with the rebound. Nice defense by Ayers, working on Adcock. Hicks surveying the court. Mosby He wanted a shot for 3, but Deer game over real quick and changed his mind. So here goes Crabtree trying to set something back up.
Good save by Miles there to get it to Ayers. And Ayers, layup just off the mark. Almost rebounded by Miles down the court.
That's going to go to Parrish with a quick break for 2 on the other end. And Jones for 2. Comes Ayers. Mosby in the corner for 3. It's off the mark, and Deer going to come up with the rebound for Eufaula. Jacob, I want to remind everybody as we start to get into the, I'm not sure what that call was. We start to get into next week being our last week of regular season, and then we get into districts. And I just want to remind everybody that OSSA charges a fee for broadcast at all district, regional, area, and state games. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's $300 a game. So
Now,
we're going to need your support to bring those games to everybody.
brings it into, we have a donation link in the description.
And Parrish down the other end for attempt of a layup, but he's going to be fouled. And that's going to be on Hicks.
We have a donation link in the description. If you donate to us, we will shout your name out on air. No matter who you are, keep it civil and PG.
And Parrish gets his first there. So quickly Eufaula closed that 6-point lead, and now they're up by 1, and now 2. So 14-12 with 1:24 left in the first. But anyway, back to that. If you guys enjoy watching these live streams, and with COVID, everything still going on, I believe areas in like Hennessy or something like that, so pretty good little drive. So make sure that we have the support to help us continue those broadcasts. And obviously, if there's something that arises where we aren't able to broadcast, you know, your support is still used for equipment and other things like that, so it will not go unnoticed. And less than a minute left here in the first. They're going to get Ayers on a, they're going to get Ayers on a foul. It's going to be his first. Third Kellyville team foul. So, still just a 2-point ball game, about 40 seconds left here in the first. Ayers knocks the ball loose and steals it, so Kellyville ball. .27 seconds. Kellyville going to go try to tie the game up. And they're going to lose the ball, and number 2 is going to go in for the layup for an easy 2. Like I said before, Jacob, that game last week literally came down to 3 or 4 possessions, and we've had a couple of possessions here in this quarter. There's another one where we're kind of giving the ball up. I'm sure Coach Heath pointed that out to the boys last week that game, that loss really came down to, changing the outcome of 3 or 4 possessions. So we got to stay with that mindset for the next 3 quarters. You're playing a team like this, and I don't know, the final rankings came out Monday. I know last week when we played Eufaula, they were number 12 in 3A. So I don't know if they moved up or if they stayed number 12, but we're unranked playing number 12. When you're playing a team that, as far as everybody else concerned, is ranked higher than you, supposed to be better than you, you got to be perfect if you want to compete in the game. So we're doing a fantastic job. It's down by 4 after 1 quarter. We had a 6-point lead. Had a couple turnovers, allowed Eufaula to get kind of close that lead and get back ahead. But the boys are doing a good job. It's going to be it was a pretty scrappy game there in Eufaula.
I heard there were some things said on the broadcast that didn't sit well with our fans. So
yeah, I think that after it was pointed out, I think those individuals that were broadcasting for Eufaula, they did apologize, and they understood that. There's errors for 2. They understood that, I think they realized what they had done, and they did apologize for it. So sometimes that happens. I know sometimes we're pretty biased, but I try not to be negative towards the other team best I can. So, and Norris trying to come up with the rebound, and the ball's knocked loose, and Eufaula's able to get it back. 16-14. About a minute expired here in the second period. Norris with that rebound. 1 on 4. He had them beat, and they were able to catch up and block that shot. And then number 1 there, Jones, in for 2. Hicks with a 3-pointer is no good. Norris with the rebound. And he's going to be fouled. I believe they got Adcock for that. It's his first. Hicks looking. And turn the ball over, and Eufaula moves down quickly, turns it into 2 points. Just a couple minutes into the second quarter, and I don't remember for sure, but I know there was the foul count was pretty lopsided, and there was a lot of fouls called. Hicks with the jumper, no good. James for Eufaula came up with the rebound. And we've got Jones here, and back to James. There's a walk on James as he caught that pass underneath. So Kellyville ball. And here comes Bellis. Ayers for 3, no good. Yeah, that foul's going to be on Miles. It's going to be his first. Ayers with the rebound. Underneath, there comes Ayers. He's going to slow it up a little bit. Got rid of out the Bellis here. Hicks with the spin move, and it's good for 2. So 4-point ball game, 3:57 left here in the second period. See if the boys can get a turnover here. Jones for 3, no good. But unfortunately, Deere was able to get that rebound and put it back in for 2. Hicks for 3, no good. Nice hustle by Miles. Knocked that ball loose, but he's not able to keep control of it. It goes out of bounds. Eufaula ball. But good hustle on Miles' part. Crabtree and Mosby coming in the game for Norris and Miles. And that's Deere on the outside for 3. Quickly, Eufaula turns this into a 9-point ball game. Ayers with the drive in. Man, I'll tell you what, Colton Ayers is tearing it up tonight. Ayers has 11 of the 18 points for Kellyville. He's putting on a show, and they're coming from inside. He's got 1 3-pointer, but everything else he's driving in traffic and making those rebounds. So he's having a fantastic game. Jones on the outside for 3. And it's good. So 10-point ball game, 28-18, 2:15 left here in the second. Mosby for 3, and it's good.
Ponies call timeout. Great time to remind you that we have a donation link in the description. Yeah, you should have saw that one coming. You know, if you donate to us, we will shout you out on air. It also helps us buy new equipment. It also helps us pay for playoffs. So if you want to continue watching your ponies as they go into the playoffs and they progress further in the season, you might want to help us out. That'd be a great thing. You get your name shouted out on the air. You may get noticed by your family. Who knows? You know, some of you could be watching from across the United States and they know your name now. You know, isn't that cool?
Every little bit helps too. I mean, you know, it doesn't have to be a one-time large donation. If you got multiple family members, you know, everybody pitch in $5-10 or something and give a donation. Every little bit it helps. If you guys know any other businesses out there that would love to sponsor that we could advertise for, we would appreciate that as well. And you know, unfortunately, we don't set those prices. Those prices are set by the OSSA. I think they're kind of high, if you ask me, but they set them, and so if we want to participate, that's what we got to pay. And Jones for 2. So back to a 9-point ball game, 30-21. They're going to get Hicks on the screen. I thought he got there and got set, but they're going to say he didn't. You know, Jacob, a lot of that is the player with the ball has got to give their teammate a chance to get that screen set before they make their move. Otherwise, it draws that foul a lot of times. Parrish for 2. Mosby for 3. Hicks with the rebound. Hicks for 2. (32-23). Eufaula with the lead. Less than a minute to go. Colton knocks the ball loose. Excuse me, Ayers. I heard someone say Colton, so it just made me say Colton. Ayers knocked that ball loose, and then it was up for grabs. But they're going to call a foul on Bellis as that ball got loose, and Bellis tried to get a hand on it. And I don't know how in the world that was a shooting foul, but okay. I put number 2, Fitzer, at the line.
That's team foul number 6. One more sends him to the bonus.
Fitzer missed that first. So let's see what he does here with his second. And he makes the second. .21.5 seconds left. 10-point ball game. Kellyville with the ball. Eufaula with the press. Try to. Nice move by Ayers. Mosby for 3, no good.
Crabtree,
I'm sorry. Thank you, sir. So your halftime score is Eufaula 33, Kellyville 23, 10-point ball game. You know, Kellyville's still in this game. I mean, they're doing some things and causing some turnovers. They just got to clean up their turnovers a little bit, coming back for this second half. Again, it's every possession in this third and fourth quarter is gonna matter, and Kellyville needs to come out on top with possessions, and that'll give them a chance to leave here with the W. So I'm gonna take a quick break, and we'll be back with you in about 8 minutes or so.
right, we are back. We are ready for the second half of action in tonight's single game. I'm not used to saying that.
Well, and it's kind of unusual for the boys who play in the first game of the evening, but our Lady Ponies on temporary restrictions, so Eufaula's going to have the ball inbounds to start. Here we go, third period. Eufaula starting with a 10-point lead here. Down the baseline.
James.
And Deere for three. It's over the backboard and Kellyville ball. So good start here. We get a stop on the first offensive possession for Eufaula. Let's see if we can turn our possession into points to help us here. Still young, still learning, but he's done a good job on the boards trying to rebound the ball. There's going to be a foul called, I believe, on number 4, Adcock. It's going to be his second. So Kellyville with 2 stops now. If we continue that trend, we'll be doing good.
Oh, wow.
We got lucky there.
Yeah.
They knocked the ball loose from Hicks, and it went right off the top of Norris's foot and bounced back. And Miles called for the referee. See, I like to see a ref like that. He's coaching up Miles, telling him what he did wrong. Miles does struggle a little bit on those screens. There's nice defense right there. And another foul called. As that was on Parrish. His first. As Miles is right in there with it, trying to get that rebound. So 5:47 left here in the third period. 33-25. So Eufaula's yet to score here. Ayers for 3. Rebound by Norris. Well, Ayers lost the handle, went back in for the layup, and he's going to be fouled. So he'll go to the line. That was Adcock. That's going to be his third. So Ayers at the line, shooting 2. And it's good. If my calculations are correct, this is the first time the Ponies have been at the free throw line for the game. And that was off the mark, so falls short. Ayers goes one for 2.
Oh, man.
Miles had a nice block, but he just got the lower body into him. That actually was a pretty good job on James. The way he manipulated his body as he shot, he knew Miles was going to come into him. So
that's Jostyn's third.
He missed that first one, correct?
Yes.
And he makes the second. So first points for Eufaula come just about the 5-minute mark with a free throw. Kellyville trying to work the ball inside. Norris, his second foul. So that's 14 fouls for Kellyville. That's way early for 14 fouls. That's kind of bit us last time we got in some foul trouble. Norris almost with the steal. And James on the outside for three. So Eufaula's kind of making up for those missed possessions. There's a...
All right, it's a travel.
Mosby, Crabtree come in for Norris and Miles at the 4:08 mark here in the third. 37-26, Eufaula. That's on Ayers, and Coach Heath's going to take a timeout, or Eufaula, excuse me. So Kellyville with 5 team fouls, Eufaula with 3. 3:52 left. And Kellyville's really got to start watching their fouls. But in their defense, there's been a couple of questionable calls. That last one there, I thought was, you had 2 ponies going after the ball and one Eufaula player, and somehow trying to get that rebound, and we draw the foul on it. So there's a 3 on the outside by number 3, James, who was left all alone on the outside. So Eufaula extends their lead. And Ayers drives in the lane for 2 and draws the foul. So he'll try to make a good old-fashioned three-point play. And that's on number 11, Parrish. So Ayers does make it a three-point play.
Good block there by Hicks to get the steal with Crabtree. Hicks on the wing. Shots off the mark, just short.
There's Jones on the top of the key. His shot's off the mark. There's a steal by he turned the ball over there on that fast break. Hicks is going to commit the foul there on Deere.
His third. Team foul number 6. Number 23, Deere.
Hicks double teamed. Three-pointer, just off the mark.
And nobody there, rebound. No, Jacob, that's. I wish these boys would go back and watch some of this film. The number of times we shoot a three on the outside, and we have nobody in for the rebound. And James for three on the other end.
Bellis to Mosby. Mosby fouled by James.
That's just going to be his first.
There's going to be a lot of free throw shooting here come pretty soon.
And again, there's another three with Bellis was the only pony there in the paint for any attempted rebound. We got to do a better job on our offensive rebounds. So I've kept the stats of rebounds, but I don't separate them as far as defense, offense. It'd be interesting to know our offensive rebound percentage has got to be pretty bad. I say pretty bad. He's just struggling with it. It could be a lot better. Mosby for three. And again, we flee the offensive side of the court. As soon as that shot's thrown up, everybody's turning and running back. Crabtree going to be called for a foul. So Jones to the line for 1 and 1 as Eufaula's in bonus. So they're going to be in bonus for the remainder when we have 5.5 seconds left here in the third. And Hicks with that rebound on the miss. Hicks puts out a shot there at the end. Had a good look. It just bounced off the front of the rim. So Eufaula stretched the lead 47-29 after three. Kellyville with just 6 points in that third period.
Back for the fourth quarter. Hicks. Now Hurst is in the game. Ayers, spin move.
And he's going to be fouled. That's going to send him to the line for two. That was called on Fitzer, and that's going to be his first. Eufaula at 6, so their next foul is going to send Kellyville to bonus. Ayers' first attempt is off the mark.
Second falls.
17-point ball game. Still plenty of time for Kellyville to get back in this, but they're going to have to make some stops. And there's one right there. There's a turnover. I talked before about possessions. Every possession counts. It can turn a game quickly if you get a couple of turnovers or a couple of possessions not making any points. But we end up empty-handed on that possession there. But we did have a good look. And there's a move inside by Parrish for 2. You know, surprisingly, Jacob, watching this game and the game the other last week by Kellyville, the boys played better down at Eufaula than they are tonight. Hicks for a mountain 3. That was from, I think that came from downtown Kellyville. Ballas with the foul. Jones at the line for 2. And it's no good. Bell's going to come out. Bunch and Mosby giving Bellis and Hurst a break. And Jones makes his second attempt there. So 19-point ball game, 5:40 left. Ayers with the drive. Ayers having a heck of a game. And they're going to get Norris on the foul. That puts Kellyville, I believe, at 9 team fouls. James is going to go for 1-1 since it was on the floor. He makes his first, so he will get a second attempt. .507 left here in the ball game. And Ayers with that rebound. Mosby wanted that three-point look, but Norris shot is blocked. Down the other end. Ayers with the foul. That's going to send Fitzer to the line, shooting 2. The referee's having some sort of conference. I'm not sure what that's about. That was Ayers' third foul. And here's Fitzer for his first attempt. And it's off the front of the rim. And Crabtree in for the Ponies and Deer in for Eufaula. And Fitzer is about to make a second attempt here. 4:26 left in the ballgame, 53-35. And that's off the mark with Ayers getting the rebound. Yeah, it's no good. Right at 3 minutes left. Nice defense there by Crabtree as he knocks the ball loose. As Deer was going in for that layup. Oh, that's a man.
That was a walk.
That was a walk. I don't know how they missed that. That's Morgan for two, but he took an extra step and they didn't catch it. Crabtree for three, off the mark. Just one Pony there for the rebound in the paint. And that's Adcock for two underneath. So 24-point ball game. Bunch for three, no good. Eufaula comes up with the rebound there. That time the Ponies contested the offensive rebound just a bit, but Eufaula's still able to come up with it. And Bellis is going to have his third foul, I believe. Going to send James to the line, shooting two. Oh, they gave it to Griffin. Oh. Did he say Griffin?
Bunch.
Yeah, he said Griffin though.
Yeah,
But it was Bunch. He made that first one, and he makes the second.
Also, Eufaula's number 10, Jay.
.137 left, 61-35. Again, I can't remember the score last week. I think we lost by 15. And the boys played a lot better in last week's competition. And it's unfortunate because I tell you what, Colton Ayers has had a hell of a game. I can't say that word, but heck of a game. He's had a heck of a game. Really driving in on that paint. I think he's got more rebounds than I have. I have him just for 5, but I know I missed a couple. There's Caden Ayers. And putback. Powers with the putback for two.
Caden Ayers rebound, foul. Bruton Sorry, Burton. My bad.
.59 seconds left.
Cronister to Hirsch in the corner. Hirsch for 3, just off the mark, just short.
They're going to get a foul called on number 33, I believe. That's going to send Powers to the line for 1-1. Give Powers an opportunity to put some points on the board from his shot earlier, and there's a nice Cronister for a rebound and 2. Ball's knocked out of bounds on you. It's going to be Eufaula knocking it out of bounds, so Kellyville ball. 32.6 seconds left. As these boys are still fighting hard. Trying to put, and there's Cronister for 3. And it's off the mark. It's going to go out of bounds. 61-39, Eufaula with the lead. Under 20 seconds left. Cronister with the steal. And he's going to be fouled. So Cronister going to go to the line for a chance to put a couple more points on the board to go with his layup, or his jump shot. Wasn't a layup. Jump shot from the baseline. And his first one's off the mark. And he makes a second, so that puts Kellyville at 40.
And that's out on Eufaula.
And Eufaula turns the ball over again. Too bad we didn't have about another minute and a half. We might be able to close this 21-point deficit. Ayers for 3 off the front of the rim, no good. So there's your ball game, folks. Eufaula 61, Kellyville 40. So our next ball game, you know, I've been so kind of behind out of it. Jacob, do you know when?
I thought it was just Tuesday.
It is Tuesday, but I'm trying to remember. We play Beggs. That's right. We play Beggs here.
Because it's senior night and teacher appreciation night.
Yeah, Tuesday evening. Beggs here. So if you can't make it out, of course, try to come out. It'll be in senior night. If you can't come out in person, we'll of course be here live broadcasting.
We'll be trying to fix our internet issues before Tuesday night. So
we do know we had some problems. We did record the game, so if we have to, we'll probably repost it in full. I got some texts about it freezing up and stuff, so it'll be reposted for you to be able to watch it back. And don't forget about those sponsorships and donations to help us in through districts and the playoffs. Have a good weekend, folks. We'll see you Tuesday night.